Hey traders, Raghee here. In this update, I'm going to address a lot of the questions that I got after the webinar that we did on Monday, which you can check out the replay now over at simplertrading.com/key-replay. And one of the questions I got was, well, actually many of the questions focused around, Rag, we saw in the webinar what you did with weekly time frames in your portfolio and what you do on daily time frames. And, I shared my win rate and what this particular pattern, this process has yielded so far in 2022, which I think a lot of us would agree has not been an easy environment. That was webinar number 1. Webinar number 2, which is going to be on November 2nd, heads up because there'll definitely be an email letting you know about the link and registering. But let me give you a sneak peek on webinar number 2. This is all going to be part of the class. I'm going to teach the way that I manage my longer term portfolio, the way that I trade on the daily time frame, and the way that I day trade. Day trading has been the way that I have kept my sanity and my P&L up throughout this year. And really since mid-June forward, the day trading really has been very, very good. Why? Because even though we're not following through session after session, we are following through intraday. I'm going to walk you through some of the trades that we took this very morning. Okay, the Dow. We had a Dow that this morning we inherited a fairly bullish market. And when I say we inherited a bullish market, gang, regardless of the kind of trading that you're going to do, market structure is going to affect you. You either know that's a fact or you don't, but it's going to affect you. So we have an indicator that's included in every class that I do. It's included in my Sector Secrets Mastery as well, and it's called the multi-trend. It's a very simple process of understanding the structure of the 8, 13, 21, and 34 EMAs, and it's been color-coded so you know what we're dealing with. Bullish, bearish, or neutral. All right, very important. We were bullish, easy buy, oversold V-score. That's the way we play the game. By the way, how do I day trade? I like to start at 9:30. I like to end at 10:35. So we're talking about trades that took place in terms of entries over the course of an hour in 5 minutes. Do these tools work in other times of the day? Of course. If there's volume, we can measure this. And my second favorite day trading window, by the way, is the time between 7 a.m. and 9:30. So those two windows are my absolute favorite. All right, the next thing we did was the bond market. Same process, same pattern. Starting off with what kind of market are we inheriting, which was a bullish one. Cool. And so I know I wanted to be long. I'm looking for support in the V-score. I'm looking for support as close to volume-based support as possible. If you know how to read a line chart, right? And I think a lot of us have looked at line charts before. Instead of the candles or the bar charts, we just see a line of closes. Imagine reading the V-score like you would read a bar chart. That's it. And the closer we get to support, and we have confirmation of support by way of, in this case, we had a couple different reasons to be buying. Many of you know the support of the wave, and then this here is the HPMR. There was our buy, done. Would I have bought if the V-score was up here near the top? No way. I would not buy up in here. Why? Because that tells me most likely the market's going to exhaust before it gives me a better opportunity. So take a look here. The V-score was saying don't buy. Now, although it looked like it was a momentum-based entry, don't do it. Why? Because we'll probably pull back, which we did, for a much better entry, which indeed it was. Right? So I trust my gauges. I trust my gauge and say, you know what? I'm not just looking for a trade. I'm looking for a good trade. By the way, I've gotten a lot of questions about the trend DeLorean as well. Here it is. Here it is right there. Did we bottom out on the V-score? You bet. Shortly after, there's your momentum. By the way, before momentum, you want to see support. Imagine if you were jumping off the floor versus trying to jump in the air, right? You can't jump off the air. You need a floor, you need support, and then momentum, okay? So that's what the trend DeLorean did here, beautifully overlapping with this underlying HPMR zone. So another great combination. You're going to see all these volume-based tools overlap with things that I've taught you in the past. So if you're looking to supercharge, whether the free indicators like the grab and the wave and the Darvis that I've given you, or whether it be HPMRs, you're looking to supercharge those, these will absolutely supplement that. Okay, next, so I get that question a lot. Rag, are you not doing the other stuff? I will never not do things that I've already taught, because they're all layers of understanding price, volume, volatility, and time. We're always thinking four-dimensionally. This is the dimension of volume. All right, last trade of this very morning, the NQ. All right, NQ is weak this morning. You know, we have a lot of pretty terrible tech earnings. NQ is weak. So what was the plan? Well, we look at the weak market. We start putting everything together. And what do we ultimately do? And by the way, you might say, Rag, was there a buy here? Yeah, there was a buy. It was a weak market, so I kind of favored the short side. Although some of you are saying, hey, Rag, it looks like we could have been short, could have been long, and could have been short again. Hey, I'm not going to take all the trades, but I'm definitely here to tell you there are plenty of opportunities when you use volume and volatility and price in conjunction. My class is about putting probably one of the most powerful aspects of trading to work, which is their opinion and participation at a certain level. This was the trade we took. This was the trade we took. And all three of these were valid and great, but this was ultimately the one that I really liked. Thank you, V-Score, for topping out. Thank you, Slow Stow. Thank you, HPMR. All the things that I've taught you in the past come together in this class, and that's why I'm super excited. But I also wanted to walk you through the process and the patterns here and show you things that we did not but 6 hours ago from my recording this video. I hope this helps. If you have questions, leave them in the comments below. Look, gang, I'm happy to walk through whatever questions you have, but keep this in mind. If you're not adding volume to anything you're doing now, you really don't know if you're the only one seeing this. And there's no brownie points really for being first, right? Where trades work is where the sentiment turns into momentum, and that momentum turns into eventually a trend. And in that process, you have participation. You have a lot of market participants thinking the same thing. You know, in other words, hey, yeah, let's short this. Because if you have some resistance, sure, that could be some sellers. But unless you have more sellers and more sellers and more sellers, you're not going to get follow through. And that's where a lot of traders are getting stuck. They find a great level, but then there's no follow through, right? Maybe you've experienced that too. This is how we fix that. All right, gang, hope that helps. Thanks as always for the feedback. Thanks for the thumbs up. I'll see you all in Charts and Coffee tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. if you have some more questions. If not, as always, have a wonderful evening. Thanks for being a part of our Simpler community, and I'll see you in the next update.
Hey traders, Raghee from Simpler Trading. Thank you so much for watching this video. Be sure to leave a like and a comment below. And remember, subscribe and click the bell icon so you'll get notified of the next update. And when you're ready to join me for live trading, be sure to head on over to simplertrading.com. I'll see you in the next update.